Hey folks, welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today I'm going to talk about the two seeds. And these two seeds mainly revolve around XRP and some of the other cryptocurrencies. I'm also going to talk about trying to keep as quiet as possible, dealing with some of the things with the wealth transfer and what God is trying to do. But first, before I get into that, folks, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and my opinions on the information. If you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and also the About section of YouTube. All right, so the first thing I want to get into is trying to keep things a little bit quiet. And I heard something from Prophet Sharon on Now Daily Bread that confirms what I've already been trying to do. And, several months back, there was some exposure of some wolves that were in the wealth transfer community. And ever since then, I have not shared as much information publicly because I don't want the wolves to know exactly what is going on. And folks, one of the things that I've just always tried to do here, right? And I've been doing this well before it was cryptocurrency, well before a lot of these people came into the picture, dealing with the crypto side of things, dealing with the wealth transfer. For years we have talked about the global currency reset. Me, myself personally, I got involved with the dinar back in 2009. And then Kim Clement came out with this prophetic word, which confirmed to me what I was already doing. And so that's when I began to study Kim Clement more and more, dealing with the wealth transfer and the things that he was saying. And then as time went on, I came across Johnny Currency 365, who's kind of led the wealth transfer community into all these other areas of the wealth transfer, promoting the wealth transfer for a very long time. When I first got involved, I was sharing things about the global currency reset. If you go back and look at all my earlier videos, very rarely I talked about cryptocurrency. It was mainly about XRP. But as time has gone on, especially over the last year, we've been hitting cryptocurrency hard and heavy. And so we're at a point where people should already know. We've talked about it. If you don't know, then you should be looking at the older videos. If you've only been involved in the wealth transfer for 6 months and you don't know half the stuff that we know, then you should be going back and doing your research. Get the information, because we can't go over every single thing all the time. So I wanted to play this little part from Prophet Sharon on her video that came out on June the 29th, 2022, right? Terra Luna Dream Insight, the timeline. All right, and this was my confirmation about starting to keep things quiet.
And then the bit where there's a shh, she says, this is not the time to share with others outside the inner circle. Many will be transferring their earnings into XRP at this time and putting it on their ledgers, not financial advice. Rejoice with other Josephs. Shh, for the moment. Yeah, so we just keep it quiet for the moment is how she understands it.
Okay, so you heard that, right? And so that was a confirmation for me about keeping things quiet. There's actually been some other prophecies that I have not discussed because it's not time yet. And, one of the other things is that we focus so much on, what a cryptocurrency is going to be down the road in the future, like we talk about Luna, right? Okay, there's been many prophetic words. We've heard it all the way from a few pennies all the way up to $100. Now, the $100 mark, I don't think is something that's going to happen right now, but it's just one of those things like, we have to take all these things day by day, right? Because it's easy just to buy and hold, and you can just wait until that time period, but I don't think necessarily that's exactly what all God wants you to do, right? But everybody has their own plan, okay? And you should be taking your plan to God and what God wants you to do. Because what I'm getting ready to share with you, right, is what God has shown different individuals a similar plan, but different. Okay, and when you hear people like Drew Wyatt has his own plan, we hear some of these people with their different plans. Everybody has a slightly different plan that we listen on here. But I think the main point is that for me myself, I'm keeping things a lot quieter. And if you guys haven't noticed, I don't talk about certain cryptos anymore. And if you've noticed, there are some prophets and dreamers that aren't talking right now, right? And there's reasons for that. So this is all what she had just said right there was a confirmation that to keep these things, on the down low, and also that when the time comes, right? We can produce the prophecy or the prophetic words, right? And that's why we take this day by day. And when something is getting ready to happen, or there's some type of trigger, then we can let people know, like, hey, this prophecy that came out on May the 21st, this is what it said, and this is what we're supposed to do. And you're like, well, where did this prophecy come from? Well, it did come out. Just nobody was paying attention to it, right? And some prophecies have not been put out that I will put out when that time comes, that people have shared with me. And I'm talking about some of the people that I show on this channel, and I have showed in the past, where I've been given prophetic words, but I'm not sharing them because I've been told, first of all, not to. At the appropriate time, they will be shared. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is the two seeds. And I'm just going to play some really short clips. And this first one is from the same video from Prophet Sharon on June the 29th. All right, and this deals with Luna, C, and XRP.
As well, and it's all coming together, you know. So anyway, carrying on from Kay's insight that I believe the Holy Spirit has given to her, she says here, she says this would imply that the Lunc, the Terra Luna Classic, must go up and be put into XRP before the big crash, FOMO, riding C. I agree, and I want to touch on that for a moment, because in the comments, some of the comments, I realize that some people think that XRP will be going up and Terra Luna will be going up as well, or something like that. Well, I don't want that to happen, personally. Do you want that to happen? No. What we're aiming for and what we're hoping the Lord is leading us towards, how we understand it, is that Terra Luna Classic will go up while XRP stays down, because we want to use the funds from Terra Luna Classic to purchase a lot of XRP, isn't it? So you don't want XRP price going up right now. You want it. You want to be able to buy XRP first, fill up your bags, and then you want the price of XRP to go up. Later on today, I would like to talk about the relationship, how I understand it, concerning Terra Luna Classic and XRP. Because in some of the comments, it seems to me that people are thinking that the Lord is going to do the wealth transfer with them. Luna, I think that I've said it in a previous video. I think the Luna Classic, the Luna thing, is a seed money. Yeah, you remember in the Bible, the Lord talks about, he says a farmer went, or he says that somebody they took and then they went and invested, you know. So I feel like what the Lord is doing is basically the Lord is, he's heard the cry of those people who said, I want to buy X amount of XRP, but I can't afford it. Yeah, so what the Lord is doing is he's provided a vehicle, a way where people will be able to buy as much XRP as they intended to buy, because what will happen is the money that is made from the Terra Luna will be spent on buying XRP, buying the right amount of XRP that somebody wanted to buy. And I will share more on all of this tomorrow.
All right, so you heard what she said, right? Seed. And I believe that what she's saying is that Luna Classic is a seed to sow into XRP, right? And in the previous video, she said that, about Luna going up, but XRP is going to be staying down. You don't want XRP to go up and Luna to go up, because then you're not going to be able to get as much XRP, right, with the price being so high. So then we have a confirmation, and I'm just going to play something really quick from Drew Wyatt.
Saying when Luna takes off, what I've seen is that XRP is not really taken off yet. So I want to clarify that.
So he says, confirming what Prophet Sharon is saying as far as XRP has not taken off, right? But Luna will be taking off, and XRP will not have taken off, right? So this deals with one of the seeds, right? Now I want to talk about the first seed because Luna is actually the second seed. All right, so if you guys remember Christopher Harris's dream from the 18th of March, the BTC flash crash, 10K instructions, and altcoins, right? In a dream this morning, I heard the words, it went from 10K to zero. I believe this is about BTC recovering quickly to 10K from the flash crash. Later in the dream, I saw a written statement, transfer BTC at 10K to XRP and wait till you see what you get. I believe this is about converting BTC to XRP while BTC has a good amount to rise from 10K to fulfill a previous sequence that I saw, 66K. This is an approximate 6 times gain, whereas holding XRP from 10K BTC might be more than a 6 times gain. XRP might still be cheap at 10K and may not have recovered as quickly as BTC yet. Now I believe this also applies to ETN, as I saw in the dream I posted earlier about a flash crash and saw it increase from 0.004 to 19 cents and could go higher, and I've seen numerous figures in the 50-cent range. He also saw the Shiba Inu dog. So I believe that he said that what was one of the other cryptocurrencies that you will invest in when you start converting your BTC to XRP. All right, so here's another seed, right? This is the first seed. We've been talking about the Bitcoin buy limit orders for almost a year now, okay? And about setting our Bitcoin buy limit orders, and when it does crash or flash crash, then you're going to get the opportunity to obtain Bitcoin, and that you're going to take some of it when it does go to 10K, because after it goes to 10K, it's going to go back down to zero, right? So then we're going to reset up our buy limit orders for Bitcoin. But at 10K, we're going to sell off some of our Bitcoin and put it into XRP, right? And into some other cryptocurrencies. He talked about ETN going from 0.004 to 19 cents. So if a lot of the people in the wealth transfer, if you were to take out some of your profits from BTC after selling it at 10K, and people start putting it into ETN, then of course it's going to go from 0.004 to 19 cents. And then if you remember the dream from Claudia, right? And this was the dream where she was standing on a ladder, right? And she had a bucket full of money. There were dissenting voices like, that will never happen, right? And I get people almost all the time saying, I just had somebody the other day say that this will never happen with Bitcoin, right? And here was Claudia's dream. I was teaching my oldest son about crypto. Then suddenly I began to hear dissenting voices mockingly saying that will never happen. Then I saw 3 giant coins, one on top of the other. First was Shiba Inu, then XLM, and last was XRP. I believe the others below it, but I couldn't see their names. I had a huge bucket and was at the top of a massive ladder. I took the bucket and poured an enormous amount of wealth into Shiba Inu, which then caused a domino effect. The wealth then poured into Stellar and finally XRP. Now there's 2 things you get out of this. One is that God is giving her certain instructions that are slightly different than what other people. Some people are saying, put it into XRP first, right? Then ETN, and then Shiba Inu. And with her, she's putting it first in the Shiba Inu, XLM, and then XRP. So God is giving her specific instructions. So overall, with all the different dreams and visions that we have seen, well, there are some main cryptocurrencies. Shiba Inu, XRP, XLM, ETN, right? And then there's the ones with the question marks. And if we look at the list, and if we look at the Master Crypto Prophecy list, there are so many different coins. So people are going to be pouring money into their favorite coins, right? We have instructions for XRP. We have some for Shiba. There are so many different prophetic coins out there that people will just be investing in some of the ones that we're supposed to invest to, and then picking different ones to invest in, right? To multiply your wealth. Okay, so remember this other prophetic word, right, from Kevin, and he talked about Luna being at 10 cents, and basically God showing him about StoreJ, right, and how low it's going to approximately be. So this is another opportunity. God was showing him Luna and showing him StoreJ, right? And you already know the prophetic word given by Dr. Maria Conwell that dealt with that StorageJ was going to make a run like Ethereum. So Maria had said that StorageJ was going to make a run like Ethereum. So imagine taking some of your Luna and then putting it into StorageJ, and then you have this massive run by StorageJ. You will have multiplied your wealth, but what's going to be the seed money for that? Luna, I believe. So the main thing that I want to bring up in all of this is that God has given us two seeds. The revelation that I got from all of this, right? Some of you may have already got this, but there are two seeds. The first one is Bitcoin buy limit orders, right? Setting your Bitcoin buy limit orders anywhere from 1 cent to $1 on these different platforms. Every platform operates differently. But the revelation is that, not everybody can do the Bitcoin buy limit orders, right? Depending on where you live and what type of platforms you can use. Like Kucoin is one of the prophetic platforms, but guess what? In some countries, they're not even allowed. And some people can't even take part in the Bitcoin buy limit orders. They might be able to, like on Coinbase, maybe another platform. But for people who live like here in the United States, we can participate in most of the platforms. So that's seed number one. And the second seed is Luna Classic. All right, so that is the second seed that God has given us, that maybe not everybody that can do the Bitcoin buy limit orders, they can buy the Luna Classic. Every platform in every country is different, but it also gives an opportunity for people who can't get involved in that to actually get Luna Classic, and also the people who aren't as technically savvy to put in these Bitcoin buy limit orders into all these different platforms. And first of all, those two seeds we'll be using to put into XRP, Shiba Inu, right, XLM, ETN, and a few other coins. All right, so that's the revelation that, not everybody can do everything. So, and I'm wondering if there's any other seeds that's going to come about, because Luna Classic just kind of came out the blue. In order for people to take a part of this wealth transfer, they have to learn how to do all these different things, and it is very difficult for some people to learn how to put in these buy limit orders, or they don't have access to all the platforms. So he gave another way to be able to invest in Luna Classic. And hopefully that if you're still restricted on Luna Classic, that wherever you live, we just pray right now that God will lift those restrictions, because I don't think Coinbase offers Luna Classic in certain countries, in certain areas. You guys do know that, right? Some places people are very restricted on their platforms. All right, folks, I just wanted to share this about the two seeds, that God is giving us two avenues. God may have not shown everybody to use Bitcoin buy limit orders, and maybe He's shown people about Luna. So just putting these two seeds out there for everybody to take advantage of, right? And so if you still haven't put any Bitcoin buy limit orders, the document is down below in the description, right? And also where you can buy Luna Classic, right? Now, that does not necessarily mean that, say, for instance, like in Canada, they have specific crypto platforms just for Canadians that you're not going to see on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. All right. And there are going to be other platforms in other countries that operate the same way. Like, just as an example, I'm not 100% for sure exactly, say, for instance, Libya. Right? They might have their own platform that's regulated by the Libyan government. All right. So you might only have access to that one platform. Not saying that is the way for Libya, but that's just an example. So that is all that I have today. So hopefully you guys have got some of this and kind of understood where I'm coming from with this and the two seeds. And there might be very well, before this happens, we might end up with another seed that's going to benefit us that maybe everybody can use, right? Because not everybody's going to have access to Luna, and not everybody's going to have access to the Bitcoin buy limit orders. So we just we take this day by day, and other people may come out with a prophecy or a dream that shows us another seed. So I thank you guys for listening. God bless. TC out.